21. Came in storming against Redwood, beat them 31-21 to open the season, but lost to Moore Park last week 21-14. Independence at 2-0. They're looking to go 3-0. They're coming off a win versus South High. They beat Pioneer Valley to open the season 35-14, beat South High 18-6. VP, what you looking forward to tonight?
Looking forward to catching my breath. Down there talking to Coach Richie Sterrett for a couple of minutes before the national anthem, and then they said, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem. I'm on the football field. I said, oops, I got to stop right here. So thanks for the intro. Once again, everybody, a pleasure to have you with us on the Kurt High Network. Live exclusive coverage of high school activities in the heart of Central California. Tonight's activity is varsity football, and as Kenny so aptly painted the picture, a tough, gritty, strong, chip on the shoulder Golden Hawks coming over to Independence to face head coach Paul Gola and his Independence Falcons. We have a lot to talk about, Kenny. We had Coach Gola on campus here today. We had our In the Huddle live here. Some people call it a podcast, some people call it a live stream.
That's the debate.
It was live no matter what. And we had a blast, and we talked to him in person, so we got a lot of stuff from Coach Gola. Coach Sterrett gave me the interview before the game, and so I got a lot of stuff from him as well, but there's no getting around the fact that with the change in the time because of the heat and JV playing last night, and tonight's 7 o'clock, it's the only game. A lot of people still coming in, but it's got that playoff feel because it's a set time at 7 p.m. And you asked me what I expect. I expect some serious, hard-hitting football tonight. Both sides of the football. There's going to be some major contact. I know that sounds like a foolish thing to say in a football game, but sometimes only one team brings it. Tonight, both sides are going to bring the heat, and it's going to be a physical, emotional game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because you got big-time players on both sides of the football. Yeah, Gunnar Gola is the name that everybody recognizes, but there's also a kid named Irvin. The Irving name in the backfield has been a phenomenal name for running backs over the years. If you remember a guy named Gerald and Jermaine Irvin from the 90s. So we're going to see what they can do on the ground.
It'll be very much returnable, taken at the 12-yard line by the Golden Hawks, looking for some speed, looking for some gaps. And Roland Myers, a well-known name in Golden Hawk football. He's a senior now. We've been calling his name for 3 years, Kenneth.
Absolutely. Roland Myers, a player to watch. You also got a young man in Mr. Grant who came over from Ridgeview playing against a lot of his childhood buddies in his first contest on the southwest side.
Another name that is synonymous with Centennial High School is the last name Santiago.
Oh, yeah.
And Jet Santiago stands at his own 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Golden Hawks. They stay on the ground. There's some room out here to the near side. Oh, a nice run, and that's going to be some great yards from Jason Grant. So that looked kind of easy.
Oh, yeah, and right on key. We talked about players to watch, and right away you see Grant being used effectively. This is a kid that I watched since I was announcing Golden Empire youth football games when he played for the Cardinals. Pistol doubles formation.
2nd and 1, hard count, nobody jumped. Again, Jet Santiago, a junior, played last year with his brother. There was a movement there, flag, and that's going to be on number 7, Roland Myers. He got a little happy and jumped early on that. They'll go backwards.
Yeah, Jet Santiago, younger brother of the other Santiago that's showing out in Yale this year.
Jackson.
You know, but their dad was my superstar All-American linebacker when I was a freshman at Bakersfield College.
The freight train, Hernan Santiago, from where?
Arvin Bears.
Speaking of Arvin, off in the distance, last night we got a good look at it, Julian, you and I and Rick Van Horn, the foreboding mountaintop of Los Osos.
Trips open set.
High snap, able to get it down. Boy, there's a lot of yardage right there in the middle of the field for the Golden Hawks, and they pick up a first down easily.
Yeah, I mean, I remember hearing when Grant was leaving Ridgeview and headed to Centennial, and how impactful that was going to be for Coach Starrett and his offense, because Grant was the best player on the Ridgeview team that just was undermanned in most nights. Not sure if that's why the move happened, but I'm excited for him to do some amazing things this year.
Beautiful night. It's cooling down. Probably going to finish up in about high 80s, so it's a perfect evening. Great for football. September's here.
Empty set.
1st and 10. Santiago throws, and it's connected out there, and that's caught by Gutierrez. Can Gutierrez get to the pylons? He will be brought down inside the 5, tracked down by Ja'Kai Irvin, just like you had said, the speed of Irvin. However, the damage has been done. Golden Hawks, 1st and goal. Oh, there's yellow in the middle of the field.
Wow.
I was watching the play, didn't see it, Kenneth.
I didn't see it either, because that was a great pass, and it wasn't any flags on the field when the pass went through, so you got to wonder what that is.
Nice officiating crew. I went down and took a photo of those guys right before the national anthem. One of the veterans holding the football, Bob Williams, the immortal Bob Williams, the umpire. Not the white hat, but certainly the veteran. I know he'll appreciate how I said that.
And we missed the call. Oh, so ineligible receiver downfield. Oh, and that looked like a quick pass, too.
Say, how do you get downfield when it's a 3-step drop and toss?
Yeah, that's a clear situation where your offensive lineman is run blocking and heading downfield, and just a bonehead play takes away a 60-yard dart.
So new life for the Falcons defense. Santiago this time looks across.
Oh!
It read perfectly, and it's going to be Mark Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets to the outside. He's at the 10. Gonzalez will pick six it all the way back to the house. No flags. Touchdown, Falcons. Just said there's new life for the Falcons, and boy, did they take advantage of it.
Well, and you definitely hit the nail on the head, VP, because they kind of went back to similar route combinations, and that's just a great break on the ball coming downhill by that safety, and did some nasty work after the catch.
Quick adjustments by the coaching staffs. You said they kind of went back to that same formation. Coaching staffs made a quick call on that, so it went from 1st and goal, they thought, the Golden Hawks from the 3, to now it's 6-0 Falcons.
And that's how crucial minor mistakes can be in games like this, because the Centennial offense looked like it was rolling.
And now all of a sudden it's 7-0. The kick is up by Jaden Gutierrez. 16. Davion Medrano, the kicker.
Wow.
So just like that, the Falcons kick off. And they score first, so they're going to start the 3rd quarter with the football.
Word on the street is they heard I was up here, and they know I like picks to the house.
Is that right?
That's what I heard.
Is that right?
Amazing play by Mr. Gonzalez.
So if you're just getting with us because you're used to our game starting at 7:30, it's a 7 o'clock kickoff because we have just one game tonight. It was a set time at 7, no JV game. And it's already 7-0, the home team Falcons, but they kicked off.
Woo.
And in less than 3 minutes, they moved all the way down to what they thought was going to be 1st and goal from the 3. They had some really nice run plays and then a beautiful strike from Santiago to Gutierrez. However,
60-yard strike.
I'd say a 60-yarder alignment was too far down the field. Next play, a pick 6 by Mark Gonzalez. All right. Returnable again from the 15. And Roland Myers gets it back up.
And that's the thing. You know, we haven't talked a lot about Coach Gola and his success over the years, because this is a new journey, and he's starting off with a bang, 2-0, right? But then he comes out tonight. Everybody's probably expecting them to get rolled, and their defense highlights the first big play of the game. Coach Gola does a fantastic job of getting guys to play above their potential in many instances, and that's a perfect example of it.
Well, more on that as we talk about today's great show that we had and what he had out there for us. Pretty fun stuff. Okay, can the Golden Hawks bounce back? High snap again. Santiago has to go up and get it. Hands the ball off to Jason Grant again. Grant with a strong run.
Huge hit by Mason White coming back for cleanup duty. Oh, no, it was Ricky Johnson on the tackle. Amazing tackle by Ricky Johnson. Gotta admire the beautiful view of our new water sports facility for the Kern High School District. Off to our left.
Pretty special.
Pretty special. I worked water polo this week.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw your post.
Shotgun doubles.
Santiago wants to let it fly. Comes back in trouble. He's hit hard, got to cover it up, and he throws it away. And they're going to say that's in the grass, intentional grounding. And I think they're going to get that call.
Yeah, they basically blew the play dead. However, very dangerous by Santiago to try to even attempt to throw that while you're in the grasp. How about this Independence defense? We heard all week about Gola and the offense and Gola's offense. This defense is coming out and playing some inspired football, and I like it.
It's 3rd and 12, and the Falcons defense, as Kenny just noted, has a chance to really stamp their name in the first 10 minutes of this game.
Empty set for Santiago.
Has decent protection, lets it fly, has a man, just overthrows him, so we get to see a little bit of that strong arm. No flags. Incomplete, 4th down, and the Golden Hawks will have to punt.
And I'm going to go ahead and say it. First quarters are key in high school football games because we're dealing with young men out here. They're not adults yet. Sometimes they get down on themselves. You get up on them quick enough in this first quarter, it's going to be a long night.
Tell you what, last night, Foothill really got in a deep hole early, and Julian and I and Rick Van Horn thought, they're just going to have a tough time getting out of that hole. They came back.
Wow.
Battled back, pick 6, came out at halftime, had that double wing going in the 3rd quarter, and they came back and had the lead against East. They did not give up. They did not quit. East kind of got them in the end, but it was good to see. Both teams did not quit playing. I love that.
I love it.
Perfect snap. Nice long boot. It's a good one. And look, some big contact down there. One of the blockers downfield just got ran over. So now we will see Gunter Gola and his dad's offense. And we'll see how they start their first possession here.
How about that 60-yard punt? Nice bounce and roll.
Again, if you're just getting with us, I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin, Julian Wilson. And all night long, you're going to hear one of the better bands in the state of California. Today at our Inside the Huddle show that we had live today, they were behind us. They were playing walk-up music for their guests. Coach Gola came walking in, and they had the fight song. And you're talking about a great, great band under the direction of Dr. Trevor Myers. Trevor did a wonderful job today. He was ready, on the go. So you'll hear a great band below us all night. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Let's see if that Golden Hawks defense can smack them back. Gola, option pitch. Centennial waiting, but a great move. A nice move and some oohs and ahs as Ricky Johnson. Man, one move got him 5 yards, Kenny.
Yeah, and he juked 3 people with that one move. But nice patience and pitch relationship from the quarterback to the running back. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with that option all night. Option football has to be defended very fundamentally and consistently, because at any time one of those pitch plays can go for the distance.
Keep your eye out for number 73, the right guard, Hayden Ackerman. You talk about a stud, big fella. And he opened up that first hole, so here we go again. Sweep on the left side. Can the speed get outside? Can he do it? Kenny. Flag on the play, way out where it was stretched out. And the hard running from Angel Corona. It's going to come all the way back. The flag came out right at the tip of the spear when they got outside containment. And it was basically a situation where there was really only one guy left to hold, and he did.
And we saw a play like that last night where Lamar Jackson got outside of the pocket already, and he's a yard past where the hold happens. Same kind of situation there. You don't really even have to hold. You just got to get in the guy's way.
We saw it last night at East Foothill. Randy Lenore, by the way, keep your eyes on Randy Lenore, number 44.
Ooh.
We call him the 44 train.
Okay.
He had a touchdown. It was done and finished and over, and his teammate just pulled the guy down with no need whatsoever, and everybody saw it and was like, no.
Yeah.
So, long touchdown run. Still is not going to be lost on those Centennial coaches. They saw it. They know the danger now of Angel Corona. Wow.
Absolutely, because that was 72 yards. right there. Or no, it would have been about 60 yards on that last play. So 2 big plays taken away from both offenses so far.
They bring it back under 7.5 here in the first quarter. Another pitch outside. If they give it back to him, nothing going. There's that Centennial defense we all know about. Contained, great job, nice hit there by Eli Galvin.
Angel Corona, tackled by number 52, Aiden Mendoza.
You know, my wife's a Centennial alum. She was like, I hope we win. I say, hey, I don't have a dog in this fight tonight. It's going to be a good game, though. Right now, the Centennial defense has to take advantage of having him behind the chains.
I want to make a quick correction. The tackle was made by Aiden Mendoza. Aiden Mendoza triples out here, actually quadruples out here to the right side. They put it in the hands of Amir Smith, who had 3 receivers in front of him.
Number 11, Amir Smith.
One of the things I like about Coach Gola's offense through this first quarter is I'm seeing some things on the edge. I'm seeing some screen stuff. I'm seeing some dives. I'm seeing some options. A nice balance for someone who's usually characterized as a one-trick pony offensively.
Our scoreboard here is not really being our friend. It just has the score and the time. That's about it. We're going to go optics on our own. Gola has room, but he's got a big hit coming. Gets out of bounds just in time. Another flag on the play, so another possible holding is what it might look like.
Yeah, and you had 2 right there in front of the white hat. And it's interesting where the spot is, marks them 2 yards short of the first down. So Centennial's going to possibly take this penalty.
And flag on the play, that'll be holding on the Falcons.
And you like that, even though it would have been 4th down and short, right? But what you're doing, you're playing a field position game with somebody you don't feel can move the ball consistently on you. So push them back.
And there's no wind tonight. There's nothing to do with field position regarding viento. But to your point, they do decline it. 36. I mean, they take it. 3rd and 18.
Pistol spread set, and Gunner's dropping back.
Gola looking for some room. He's got nobody over there. Gets away with 1 tackle. Oh, my gosh, and he takes a hit shy of the original first down, so it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to punt it away. So they're running some long routes, Kenny. These receivers are taking off downfield, and he's either going to have to throw some bombs right away or find somebody out there in the perimeter to bail him out.
Right, because that was great protection and escapability by him, but nobody's open. Got to make a good decision. So great job by the Centennial defense. They hold. So, VP, real quick, I want to give a special shout-out to one of my favorite people in the world.
Thank
Did a
you,
lot,
Kenny.
did a lot for my family. Coach Pitts to my left, man. He's working camera for Independence now, but we got a high snap.
Oh, my gosh.
And that's a safety.
That's a safety. How about that? So
Safety on the play.
they go back for the punt, a bad snap. And
Oh. Wow. We thought we had a break, and that might be the biggest play of the game.
So just like that, it's 7-2, and the Falcons will have to punt.
Wow.
So now that we have a stoppage and play for a second, please continue with your adulation.
Well, you know, we got Coach Pitts in the booth. This is one of my favorite people in the world. He was my younger brother's mentor. Love seeing him continue his work in the field of sports and sharing the booth with you, little bro.
He's up here tonight making sure the Independence Falcons video squad. By the way, I mentioned the great Hayden Ackerman, his brother Devin Ackerman, linebacker for the JV team, is manning the cameras tonight for up here. You never had a tougher boss in your life than Paul Gola, so you better make sure you do a good job here. And Coach Pitts is going to have to help him. Hey, how about this? They're not going to punt, Kenny. They're going to kick it off. So,
wow, huge play by the defense again.
7 kicking to 2.
Or special teams.
Now this is taken at the 30. It's going to be possibly great field position. Oh, flags fly everywhere. More flags, so we've seen a bunch of them out here. Flags everywhere. I thought I just saw two Golden Hawks run into each other.
Yeah, a lot of condensed traffic in there between the hashes. But again, Centennial's going to have some good field position.
We have a flag
even with that penalty. So let's see what they can do offensively after the huge mistake by the Independence punt team.
Personal foul, and it's going to be against Centennial.
Oh, personal foul. That's huge.
Well, I think Coach Sterrett is looking for a little bit more. He didn't see it. Wants to know specifically what had happened. I saw two Golden Hawks pinball each other, but there might have been something that caused that. So here they go, back to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks.
Trips open set, pistol formation for Santiago.
They like the ground. It's been good to them so far. They hand the ball off again.
And number 2, Jason Grant.
Jason Grant.
MVP. If you notice this Independence defense, they have everyone.
I'm a crystal ball up here. We're a crystal ball up here. And I say, touchdown, Abbott. Guess what? I'm sitting on my couch an hour later, and Kenneth says, hey, dude, we're wrong. Clean it up, Kenny.
So what got us, Abbott is number 2.
Right.
Brent Brown is number 5.
Right.
And it was his first carry of the night, and they look exactly the same.
And we ruined it.
And he was running lightning speed. So I fixed it, VP. I got permission from Coach Sheehy to cover lunch, and I've already took care of him.
Thank you. Well, and I was just sitting on my couch, and I said, well, take the video down. Take the video down. That was too funny. We were so pumped up because Kenny called it. Kenny said, well, if he breaks out a 92-yarder, that'll make him feel better. So then I'm calling it. Kenny's yelling all the way down the field. He goes in the end zone. We're celebrating everything else. And an hour later, I've got the dunce cap on. So did the Brown family. Congratulations.
Yep.
And Kenny did the right thing. So thankfully, we know that's our only mistake of the year.
Yep, and he was looking for me too. Mr. Cal, can I talk to you? I was like, I already know, Brent. I got you. I owe you lunch.
All right. Now, 4th and 4 in this game. A big 4th down here in the first quarter. Santiago looked like he was faking a handoff. Either way, he gets the first down, but a flag's on the play. And it looked as though Kyle Harrer, the Centennial receiver, was pointing at Independence that it was going to be on the Falcons. We'll see. Quick call over to the white hat.
And I was definitely wondering what it could be other than holding so late. But it's definitely holding.
On the offense. So Kenny and I are standing on the 45-yard line. That ball is directly below us. What a great vantage point we have with 47 seconds and counting. The score is 7-2. Independence with a pick 6 in the first quarter on the first drive of the game, and then a safety by the Golden Hawks brings us to that funky 7-2 score. It is now 4th and 12. They decide to either go for a hard count, make something happen, but they're going to play it. Santiago to the right, stops, looks, in trouble. Santiago tries to throw, and he gets rid of it.
And almost a sack there.
So either way, it's going to be first down, Independence. So, Kenny, I told you it's going to shape up to be a brawl. A lot of hard-hitting stuff tonight.
Absolutely, but how about this defense of Independence? They're playing some inspired football and have only given up nothing because the 2 points is charged to the special teams.
You're right.
This Independence defense is playing lights out, and that wasn't the story that I was coming in with.
Right. No, I hear you. Okay, let's see if the Independence offense can get something going. Haven't seen too much yet. Quarterback, Gunter. Gola. Ball pops out.
Oh, 1 and out. That's how you do it if you're the Golden Hawks.
Wow, it dropped right into the hands of Isaiah Edwards.
Wow, and that gives me goosebumps. Because as a defense, when that happens to you and you got to go out there, I remember tapping Coach Chudy on the shoulder saying, watch this, Coach, 1 and out. And when you actually get that 1 and out, it's a beautiful feeling for a defense. So kudos to that Golden Hawks defense in the turnover.
Last night, Foothill offense, first 2 series, the first play of each series, fumble on their double wing. Defense for Foothill right back out there.
Wow.
They were out there the entire first quarter, never left. So that wears on a team, no question about it. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all the way across. Now, here comes the offensive line for the Golden Hawks, and they're going to try to bowl over this tired Falcon defense already.
And I'm telling you, we talked about Grant, and that's the end of the first quarter. We'll talk more about him in the second.
Kern Network, live exclusive coverage of the game of the week. It's Friday night. We're at Independence, and it's 7-2. Falcons over the Centennial Golden Hawks. We'll be right back after this. Hey.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
Pistol doubles formation, and Centennial comes out. Takes that power around the left side, and they get about 8 yards. Roland Myers putting in work.
No kidding, we had such a great time today on the campus here at Independence High School. We had In the Huddle, it was live, big marching band, all the cheerleaders. It was at lunch, so the students were hanging out. It felt like game day. It was great. We want to thank the high school here at Independence High, and also to Stan Green, the mastermind behind it all. Stan's just the greatest. He's the Director of School Support Services and the Kern High School District Superintendents, and to our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union. We certainly appreciate you allowing us to put on great events like this. All right, here we go. Second and short, and that's going to be a first down, a big first down.
Man, I'm telling you.
Grant out to the 18-yard line, and before I forget, I want to thank the administration at Independence, the principal, Guillermo Alvarado, AP of Instruction, Chris Juarez, AP of Administration, Jeremy Newfield, the Athletics Director, our good friend, Derek LaRosa, and the Activities Director. She is so awesome, Karen O'Mullen. She was there. Everybody was waiting for us and just helped us get set up, and it was just one of those days where you drive away thinking that was really, really cool. All right, 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Golden Hawks. Strong run again, rolling off tacklers, continues, helmets popping off at the end. A big hit at the end by Spencer Bell, but how about Jason Grant?
Well, the kid's not only a honor roll, Dean's List type of student, he's also a superstar track guy. But you didn't expect him to be the guy getting 25 carries a game. Seeing what I'm seeing, if he can keep up this pace, he might be one of the leading rushers at the end of the year.
Could it be somehow something to do with phenomenal parenting?
Amazing parents. Shout out to the Grant family.
Hello, Pops. The big fella. Wow, they hand the ball off to
that's number 25.
Michael Uturia.
Tackled by number 7, Mark Gonzalez.
Man, now you pull him out of the briefcase. And the big fella pounds.
Yeah, and one of the things that I got out of Coach Starrett when I had him on the Renegade Report a few years ago when he was first hired is he's bringing that Texas style of offense to California, and he's going to be very balanced. I watched him have success year in and year out, and they've been pretty successful tonight, just haven't gotten the end zone.
3rd and short. They'll pick up a first down and have an opportunity, maybe.
Oh!
What? Raylan Dinweed.
Wow. Young Dinweed is putting in work.
Man, he said, VP, what are you talking about? First down. Man, that was a serious play, and he's got, he has one of the greatest football numbers of all time in 29.
You know, and I'm wondering if that's Big Dinweed's son.
It may be.
And you know, he does such a great job supporting his dad in business and fish.
He's got a healthy diet.
He out here putting in work, all them carbs. Empty set for Centennial.
4th and long now. The complexion's changed completely.
And now.
And they're going to go down again. Tries to get rid of it. Almost completes it. So
God.
we've seen Santiago wait to the very last second on 4 or 5 attempts. That almost worked out. But again, they were third and really short down here in the neighborhood. And that play by Dinweed was huge. I mean, he's got the Eric Dickerson number. But that was some serious muscle that brought him down. So here we go again. No score, no touchdown.
Talk about how impressed I am with this Independence defense, because this Centennial offense is pretty dynamic. We were just talking about how well they've moved the football. They're just not able to convert in the red zone, and they have a turnover.
8:28 remains in the half.
Great job by this Independence Falcons defense. Ah!
What's wrong with our audio, Julian? What happened?
My Falcon's sick. Pistol spread formation.
Stay on the ground.
Whoa.
Breaks a tackle. Oh, almost broke it all. If not for the tackle of Roland Myers, RJ was gone.
Man, RJ is having a phenomenal first quarter. And if they can find a way to move the chains and just keep chopping away.
That was close, Kenny. That was an ankle tackle right there. Well, it's cooled down to 94. 23 cheerleaders down below us. They were here today at our show, and gosh, they were just phenomenal. Understood the assignment in the hot weather, stood out there and smiled, and big hit out on the flats.
Nice pass there.
Braxton Hardy.
Gunter Gola to number 20, Angel Arceo.
Amazing tackle
Tackled by number 24,
by Hardy.
Braxton Hardy.
And, hey, one more thing. This band has been jamming downstairs as well.
Told you in the
They
intro,
look good. They playing good.
One of the best in the state.
Wow.
Today they were a big part of our live in the huddle. Big part of it.
I'm very impressed.
Dr. Trevor Myers.
Pistol spread formation for Gola.
We'll dip
And
below
the
7
Falcons.
minutes here in a second. 2nd and 5. Gola, play action, flag on the play. Oh, the whistles are blown. The play has stopped.
Yeah, because you had some movement inside, and they called encroachment.
So encroachment blew the whistle, stopped it all. First down.
Against the Hawks.
I mean, and if you're the Hawks, you've played pretty solid defensively. You got to avoid the minor mistakes and giving them extra opportunities, because the Independence offense hasn't moved the ball very well. But those extra 5 yards can help create some momentum.
Big crowd on both sides. Packed house tonight. Nice. Reverse direction.
Uh-oh.
Irvin trying to get outside. A speed factor on both sides. And, ooh, Roderick Hodges.
Nice run.
Hodges showed off his senior speed.
And that was a big-time play by Hodges, because he had to cover about 40 yards of field from the opposite hash to the sideline. And if he doesn't make that tackle, Irvin's scampering for about 60.
6 minutes and some change remaining here in the half. 7-2, but it's been an exciting game. It's only 9 points, but we've seen a lot already. Gola surveys.
Oh, low snap.
Handles it, rolls to his right. Has a man open, fires. There he is. Oh, goodness. And it was Amarius Rowell. And we've called his name and number a long time.
Shout out to the Rowell family. We had some amazing Rowells up there as Renegades.
That looked really good.
Dad Andre Rowell, I'm assuming. One of my big bros. a stalwart in the probation community. He's done a lot for the youth. Right now we got trips open set. Another low snap, and Gunner's going to try to scamper, and he gets taken down. Great job by the defensive end, being disciplined and making the play, not getting too far upfield. And that's Garner with the play.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Falcons.
And one of the things that I want to highlight about what Garner did, sometimes as defensive ends, you're so excited to get up the field to try to get around to get the sack, and you let a draw play or a delay come right underneath you. He was very disciplined getting up the field and chopped his feet, sped his feet, and got back into the play. So young defensive lineman, if you're watching that, don't be so eager to continue to get upfield. Play with your eyes up and your arms extended, and you can make plays like that. Oh, we got a high one.
High punt doesn't go very far.
Nice
it's
bounce.
A really good bounce, and it looks like it'll go down about the 30-yard line. Once again, welcome everybody. Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin, Julian Wilson, and the crowd still coming in. You look at that parking lot, it's absolutely packed, and I see a lot of red lights. They're still making their way in, thinking, man, they started early. No, we started right on time at 7 o'clock because of the heat, and this place is filling up. It is very, very crowded here. And it's going to be a fun second half because something's got to give. You have that feeling that something's got to give here.
And that's a great assessment, VP, because like we said, we came to see the Independence offense. They haven't really got much done. Centennial's done a good job keeping them in front of them. The one score comes on the interception to the house. The score for Centennial comes on a 2-point safety hiked over the head of the punter for Independence. So right now we have two offenses that haven't scored at all.
Paul Gola not happy with his coaching staff. He had to burn a timeout. Something was not prepared to his liking. And we'll take a timeout as well. We've been on the air since the kickoff, so we'll take a short break and be right back. There's 4:54 remaining in the half. 7-2 Independence. Back right after this on the Kern High Network. Great job, bro. We're doing it, man.
They're coming right back out.
Yeah. So we're just catching our breath, though, you know.
Yeah, I know you gotta get your breath. Okay, back in, guys.
Not a long break, but we're back. Enough to get a little agua in this heat.
Expect a shot
On a
by
first-
Centennial
right,
sooner or later.
On a 1st and 10, hard-running Jason Grant. Sometimes you just got to grab a guy's jersey, Kenny, if that's what it's all about.
I mean, and I love what Centennial's trying to do because Grant right now is averaging 4 yards a carry. He's putting you in a position to have some makeable conversions, but I'm assuming eventually you're going to have to go play action off of that if Independence is keeping their safeties in the box with 10 people in the box.
Clock continues to tick. There's been some great plays. There've been some super hard hits. Some exciting stuff, but only 9 points total. One of them was a safety. Two was a safety. Gets to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3.
Pick up of a few.
And that's a nice 4-yard run. And, you know, the old saying is 3 yards in a cloud of dust usually gets you success. But you have to find a way to minimize the minor penalties and the turnovers. 3rd and 2 for the Golden Hawks. Independence, both some amazing players in their history.
Oh, man.
Lil Cuddy, DJ Reed showing out for the Jets right now.
This is big right here. Oh, what a beautiful play.
Oh, and he's still on his feet.
Fantastic play.
Cross the 30.
And that was sold perfectly by the quarterback. That was a really nice play. Jaden Hernandez.
Number 8, Jaden Hernandez.
And hats off to Jet Santiago for selling that so perfectly. A sneaky little handoff, and he runs back behind it all to make it look like he's going to pass. Beautiful misdirection play, and big fella. The linebacker said, "Thank you. I'll carry the rock."
Absolutely, because that reverse pivot out of there looked like some Brett Favre stuff.
Yep, looked nice.
That was nice.
Good job. So, a little jolt of enthusiasm on the Golden Hawk side. Under 3 to go here. Everybody packed in tight. A quick pitch out to the left side. That's going to be Grant, and Grant is one dangerous cat, man. They finally get him and tackle him and throw him down off the yard. A good hit by Amir Smith, but I mean, at least 7. I'm saying 8.
Right, and one of the things I want to say for our viewers, it's not a fan-friendly style of offense, but it's what works when you can't protect the quarterback. And we've seen the Independence defensive line get to Jet Santiago, so you got to try to change the concept, and it looks like they're going heavy.
Right, not a lot of flair, not a lot of highlight stuff, but there's some fans that like this. Oh, how about this? Nice wrap up there, and Hernandez didn't get far that time. So nice job by the Falcons staying home. You know, Kenny, I got to say last night, I keep referring back to our Thursday night game of the week. I saw a lot of great stuff between East and Foothill. When Foothill came out in the third quarter, Julian and I and Rick witnessed that double wing really work. And when it really works, man, it is fun to watch. And they had it going. They marched down the field twice for some scores. And reminiscent of this isn't the double wing, but they're packed in tight. Now, as I say that, of course, they flip the script and look at this set. All for Santiago.
Smoke and mirrors.
To pound through and get the first down. I believe he gets it, and that's going to be first down Centennial. Can the Golden Hawks finally cash it in? And Coach Starrett calls a timeout to talk it over. They're thinking the same thing that we're thinking.
We got another update.
Drillers are taking care of business. I heard 21-0 that it's the Bryson Abbott show.
And I'm going to owe him lunch, too, because he saw me paying Brent Brown for lunch. He was like, hey, what about me? I said, well, hey, you do this, this, and this, and then I got you.
Let me ask you, does your wife know about the fact that you're now starting to subsidize all these drillers' lunches?
Well, that's what Unified Sports is. Wifey doesn't have any control over Unified Sports funds.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now the award for quickest spin turn. That was better than a Baryshnikov ballet move right there. Kenny, that was good. That was nice. Fortunately, I know you, brother, and I know what you're all about, man. That's excellent. That is excellent. My Unified Sports is Noah Palm.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, I do need this 14th driver. I do need this 11th putter.
Hey, it's going to pay off.
Okay, good one. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Roll to the left. Has a man. Decides to hang on to it. Throws it in the corner and just out through him for a second. Boy, he had a receiver with his arm up, and that was Michael Gutierrez. Of course, he puts the arm up because he thinks he's got it, but incomplete for a second. He probably was telling his quarterback, I had him.
Yeah, and that was a slow developing bootleg. And usually with those, you want to try to take advantage of that reaction fast because the longer that throw takes, you're allowing the defense to get back into the play.
Well, now Caden Howard wasn't even in the huddle, and he comes back. He's like, okay, I don't know what the play is, but I know I'm not a part of it. Jason Grant runs right off his right hip, though. No matter what, Howard, go block because I'm running by you. And so here we go again, Kenny. It's a quick 3rd down now. We keep thinking Centennial is going to get in the end zone, but all of a sudden the clock is racing under a minute, and it's 3rd down. Yeah, they're in the neighborhood, but they're not knocking yet. Taking a lot of time here. Santiago looks left, flush, throws, has his man, touchdown! Golden Hawks. Brady Prey was left wide open. Touchdown, Centennial. I mean, Brady Prey last night was as wide open as the Raven at the last play of the game, but these two connected. Touchdown.
I mean, and it's like we said, something's got to give. You can't continue to allow these guys to have time to pass the football, or they're going to make you pay.
Well, Jet Santiago was looking left the entire time, clicked over to the right, and saw Prey wide open. Here's the PAT. It's up, and it's good. So now all of a sudden, it's a 9-7. game.
And that's number 42.
Golden Hawks up with
Maverick Moore.
36.9 seconds remaining here in the half. Nice football game. I like it.
Hawks are up with 36 seconds left.
Nice football game. I wasn't expecting a shootout offensively, but I definitely wasn't expecting the defenses to play this well against each other this early. This is a nice defensive football game. 9-7, 2-2. Well, you got a defensive score, you got a special team score. We get our first offensive score with 36 seconds left to play in the second quarter. This is a well-balanced contest. And now it's going to be up to Independence to figure out how can they get some offense going, because like we said, their one score comes from a pick to the house by Mr. Gonzalez. Other than that, they haven't been able to move the football.
Ball's up. Big leg. Big leg.
Huge.
Wow.
And no return on the play.
Amazing kick by number 42.
Oh, talk about a leg. Maverick Moore.
Maverick Moore with a boomer.
And he gets some love from the coaches. They went over and said, hey, nice kick, Mav. I mean, that can come into play later. That's a nice weapon to have.
Yes, because what I was thinking prior to that kick, if Independence could get any kind of return, they may be able to do something with this 34 seconds. Now it's just going to be, let's see if we can run the ball, and if we can't run it, we're going to have to take some knees.
Look at the league that Centennial is in with those return
Yes.
guys. So Coach Gola and Gunter Gola are going to go on a knee, and that's going to do it for the half. 9-7 is the
Wow.
score after the first half. We're going to take a break. We certainly hope you've been enjoying this. We want to thank everybody at Independence High School for a first great start to the day at noon for In the Huddle, and now here we are. And this is going to be a very, very fun and exciting third and fourth quarter. We hope to see you back here. You're watching the Kern High Network, live exclusive coverage of high school activities. It's great because the weather's starting to chill a little bit, and we see that beautiful Kern High School District Aquatic Center just to the north of us, and a purple, beautiful magenta sunset
Man,
with a
it's beautiful.
sea moon behind us. That's halftime. We'll be back with the third quarter after this.
9 and the Independence Falcons 7.
Great first half.
And next.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I've worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
a lot of more hands-on activity, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses. Having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
I was shearing my lamb for fair. I have 2 lambs. Taking care of animals is you feed them twice a day, make sure they have water, walk them, make sure they're ready for fair.
Vet science is the first year before you can actually go into animal science, and it's a lot of like hands-on with the different animals, and you get to learn different things such as giving shots, castrating, all that fun stuff. For me, wanting to be a vet when I'm older, it prepares me. All the stuff that I'm learning in ag is definitely going to help me.
I'm in ag communications. Anything that you see on the Facebook page is what we do, and pictures, and we do all the posters that are around campus, anything that just promotes ag.
Our students are all part of the FFA organization, and through that we have a chapter officer team. We do monthly chapter meetings because we're trying to get them involved outside of class so they can find something that they're interested in, and they need something that's going to hook them so that they're ready for life after high school.
In animal care, the students learn a variety of things, whether it's tools or terms. In the veterinary field, they learn about the skeletal systems, animal nutrition, the housing, how to properly care for them. They also have the opportunity in the spring to actually go work at a veterinary hospital or at an animal shelter or a grooming salon.
Animal restraint, weight and temperature, pulse, respiration, all of that I learned here.
They take a state certified test, and if they pass, they become a certified vet assistant right out of high school.
It's a always hands-on, and so I think that's what really helps us is that we're not just getting it from a textbook, we're actually doing these things, and we're actually practicing these things that we'll be doing in our future careers.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit. After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
We're in manufacturing engineering. We design parts, 3D parts, 2D parts, we create assemblies.
It's helping me get training in all of this stuff, like the computer programs that we have here, the machines that we have here. We learn a lot of math in here, mostly geometry and fractions, because I love math. That's why I'm in this class.
Mr. Lemmy, he's a great instructor.
So the problem is this piece itself.
He really goes hands-on with us. He helps us as much as we can. We've learned a lot from him.
Right now we're supplying students that are skilled in the safety, basic operation of machine work, and then they also leave with some soft skills. They understand they have to be on time. They understand that they have to get up and talk to people. Most of them are walking out of here with a solid foundation in the entry level of a trade.
They can have a job anywhere they go because they have a basic understanding of what it's going to take to put products out that people are going to use.
Hopefully this is a good career for me. You know, end up doing something good, have a good life, and make some money.
Well, we're learning a lot, and especially with just the basic knowledge of what you would need for an entry-level job.
All the basic skills to be a medical assistant in a doctor's office or a clinic.
You're leaning on it, and that'll make a difference.
And then they also do on-the-job training, and they work in doctor's offices or clinics throughout Kern County. The kids are job ready, and many of them are employed before the end of the school year. They're promised a job, as well as they continue their education. We have many registered nurses out there and even physicians.
I'm thinking I want to be an anesthesiologist. So a lot of school, but it'll be worth it in the end. Right now we're learning the different roles, what a game designer is, what they do, and how video games are made, and how to deconstruct them.
We're also going to be teaching the hard skills, which includes learning the Unreal Engine. What the Unreal Engine is it's a game development tool that students will be able to use to make their very own video games. And this is something that actually industry professionals use every day to make some of the top-selling games. They're all the same size. You're all on the same plane. There's no undulating terrain or anything like that.
Our instructor, he's really amazing. He encourages everybody. He's really fun and he makes learning fun.
So they've got top-of-the-line computers here and they're set up to excel. I would be surprised if other students their age coming out of high school would have anywhere near the level of expertise that these guys are going to have.
A lot of more hands-on activities, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
In action here, so again, that's kernhighnetwork.org.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong, grow your possibilities.
That's nice, man. Dang. Okay, guys, I'm bringing you back in. I'm open to replay.
Hey, just a reminder here, guys, as we start that second half, we've got the snack bar down there, some shaved ice, and the tennis program has brownies and pretzels with cheese, so go check those out and get you something to eat there and support your Falcons.
Once again, everybody, welcome back to the Kern High Network Game of the Week. Great to see Todd Hansen up here. Todd, I won't put you on the air tonight. I'm not going to throw you on the spot, but tomorrow night's a very special evening. Bakersfield College are going to honor Coach Bowser and Coach Collis. You take a picture of this superstar right here when I'm doing this, so it's going to be a great night tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. The Renegades hosting Golden West, and the pregame is going to honor Coach Bowser, Coach Collis. It's going to be a very, very special pregame. It's going to be an emotional time, and Todd, thanks for coming up here, buddy. It's going to be great, and you got a busy night tomorrow night. I know you're going to be hustling. Appreciate it, brother.
Whatever you guys need tomorrow, just text me.
Okay, Todd. Thank you, my man. Todd Hansen, he's going to make it very, very special night. And we can wax eloquence on that a little bit later because Kenny Calvin, my partner, is one of the new inductees into the 2024 class of the Bakersfield College Athletics All Sports Hall of Fame. And Kenny got the news last week, right as we were getting ready to go in the huddle at his campus. So I know for a fact he was emotional because I asked him his first couple questions on the air, and he was not getting it all out. He was a little bit emotional. So, Kenny, it's a great honor to have you going into the Athletics Hall of Fame. I'm lucky enough to MC that event, so I'm there as well. And I'm going to have some fun with you. I'll try to keep it short when I say something about you, but it's a real honor for you, I'm sure, and your family.
Yeah, football changed my life. I've talked to Coach Thorpe on the phone today. He was my Jack Frost coach. He bought my first pair of cleats. It's people like that inspired me to find the best version of myself, and I'm just grateful to share that with everybody. And that's why I was so hyped to see Independence defense come out how they played in the first half. I mean, their lone 7 points is an interception to the house by a DB. What better way to welcome the DB gang legend?
Well, 9-7 is our score. And third quarter is underway. The Centennial Golden Hawks up to a very friendly bounce off of the grass. So Independence has an opportunity to do something special here. He cuts it back up against the grain.
He's out of here.
He cuts back up again. Amarius Rao. Rao gets to the 40-yard line, and he gets knocked out of bounds and brought down at the 32-yard line. So the Rao family up on their feet. I see a couple of them, and they're letting that young man know that's it. That's it. So Jersey 12 gets him to the 31-yard line. They're already in the neighborhood.
And we talked about the importance of them having an opportunity to return a kick because their offense hasn't played very well. And you see what they can do in the special teams game. That's a huge play by the special team.
And that kick did not go into the end zone, right?
Right.
So it's almost like sometimes we halfway know what we're talking about, Kenny. At least you do. At least you do. 1st and 10. Gunter Gola, the quarterback.
But again, they're at the 39. They're going to have to be able to move the chains to try to get some offensive points.
Little pitch outside. Nice job by
Centennial. That's not going to get it.
Wow, what a play out there. Kakoa Garner, one of them, as well as Roderick Hodges. And Isaiah Edwards was out there as well. So, a quick wake-up call for the Independence offense with that play. And thank you for those of you that did contact Kenny and Julian. Let them know that you guys couldn't hear me. I noticed none of my people got a hold of you to say, hey, turn Vance up. And it was like, hey, can you turn him off? But thank you. We adjusted the audio, and I hope you can hear us now or hear me now. Just underway. Gola.
Oh, he has a man.
Has a man wide open. That's a touchdown.
Oh.
That's a touchdown. Mark Gonzalez, second touchdown tonight for Gonzalez, and that was on the money.
And I like it because what happened, they switched it up a little bit, and you caught a DB sleep because he didn't have any chance at covering that post route. And that's a nice throw by Gunner, not panicking, hitting him on the run. Touchdown, Independence.
That was a textbook orthodox drop back stance a la Tom Brady. Zoom, that was on the money. What a nice touchdown pass that was.
And the
Davian Medrano with the PAT. It's up and it's good.
No good.
No good, he's wide right. Oh, wide right.
And that's huge.
I cut you off. You were going to make a point right after the touchdown. Sorry.
Well, no. The point I was going to make for Gunner's throw on that pass is sometimes those wide open throws are extremely hard to make. If you watched that NFL contest last night with Lamar Jackson, he had 2 open opportunities in the end zone and missed guys. Sometimes the open throws are the hardest ones. So to see Gunner stand in the pocket and hit that post play was a big confidence builder for him because their offense hasn't done much down the field tonight.
Came down and gave a couple down here a hug, a gentleman and a lady. It could be a relative. I don't know. I do see his dad and head coach Paul Gola also kind of in that neck of the woods, so could be some bloodline down there giving him a hug. The quarterback throws a touchdown and goes and gives a hug to some fans. Doesn't happen every day at the high school level.
But you see what happens
Nice,
when you
I like that.
Yeah, you get some quality special teams work on that return. 2 plays later, you hit the promised land.
But Kenny, it's a funky 5-point lead though.
Yeah, that was a huge miss on that extra point because 6-point game is much different than that 5-point. A touchdown without a conversion beats you. Yep, 14-9, 11:01 to play. Let's see if that Independence defense can keep that same mojo that they had in the first half, VP.
So a raucous start to the third quarter. Oh, a little pitching wedge over here to the near side. He catches it at the 28, cuts up, but man, a quick closeout there. And that was a nice closeout, and that's Bryson Gutierrez.
Amazing job by Gutierrez. Because those short kicks like that can be dangerous if you miss that tackle. But again, the field position is still quality as they take the ball on the 34-yard line.
Great to see the coaching staff for Paul Golo. Special teams coach goes over and gives him a big chest bump.
Oh, got you. So 13-9, 4-point game.
That, you know what? I was wondering about that. I said, wait a second. It should only be 4. They had it at 5. I went with it. How about this?
Whoa, Grant.
And that's number 2.
Well, there's some big bodies out there hitting each other. The runner, Grant.
Boy.
And then Amir Smith.
11, Amir Smith.
Oh.
That's 2 great athletes getting after it right there.
I'll tell you what, Amir Smith probably don't want to tackle that guy too many more times.
I don't know, though, Kenny.
That was a huge contact.
Wait, did I just hear one of the all-time legendary DBs that our community's ever known, Kenny Calvin, say that you don't think he wants to hit again?
Hey, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. When I saw guys like Mark Moore, Ernest Santiago coming downhill, I didn't want no piece of that.
I got you. So there is Grant again trying to get some more. I'm used to hearing Kenneth Calvenberger say, I wanted more, but to your point.
Hey, I want more of what I can handle. You don't want to tackle them guys. It's like Marshawn Lynch talked about running through people's face.
Right. And you knew when they were defeated.
Yes.
You knew when you had them. Well, it's early in the third, so I don't think we're at that stage yet. 2nd and 7. Santiago has time, throws it far down the left side. It's up, it's high enough, and it is.
Oh, and it's caught.
Flag on the play, and we'll see because the Falcons look like they're saying that the receiver pushed off on the defender. It's a beautiful pass and catch.
Wow.
And it's Michael Gutierrez with the catch.
Oh, and it is walking back this way. What is the
How about
call?
it? Well, they're going to say offensive interference. Has to be, right? Has to be. The Falcon knew it. The defender back there said that's a push on the offense, and he was right.
Holding defense.
No, he's wrong. So what are these guys coming all the way back for?
Right. That was very confusing. Because what I was going to say to your point, VP, if that's offensive PI, how is the inside official calling that? You can't see that. That has to come from the side judge or the back judge.
But didn't he catch it down here at the...
Well, since it was a hold, it's going to be the five-yard variety. If it was PI, it would have been 15. And that's just great. That's a great job by the DB holding the guy. But if he caught the ball, it should have went.
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, I'm flummoxed by all of it.
Yeah, we didn't get an explanation either. So apparently that ball had to be incomplete for them to give them the holding penalty.
That's possibly what it was. I thought he caught the ball.
Okay.
All right, so now we have, so the catch was not complete because he was out of bounds. So that makes sense now. Now it's all coming back to me.
And that's why we have producer, director, Dr. J.
Under 9 to go in the third. Ton of football left, thank goodness, because this is a great one. It's a run play to the right side. He hits the gap hard. And I'm of the opinion that Jason Grant's going to be up in the top 5 running backs in our community at the end of the season.
And that's the point that I was making just regarding having to tackle this guy, because it doesn't look like he's getting tired. And he's averaging about 7 yards a pop right now.
Now I know what you're talking about. Now I see what you're saying, because he hit that gap hard.
I mean, hey, he loves the weight room. He's a full-time athlete. One sport ends, he starts another one. I'm not surprised to see him continue at this level. Trips open set for Centennial.
You know what I'm saying? He's not running scared at all. Might give it to him again. They do. And Jason Grant continues to plow forward. And not the biggest dude, but boy, he delivers a punch at the end of each run. He's going to take a break. He'll pop out for a second. Uteria comes in.
I don't know if I've ever seen a hurdler run the ball this hard, man. The kid is a superstar 110-meter hurdler, and he's running the ball in the trenches.
Santiago looks, quick release. That's a nice look right there. Gets it out to Roland Myers. And to your point, what you said earlier, Kenny, didn't take a lot of time that time. Got rid of it very quickly.
Yeah, and the route combination stuff, we talked about this last week. Quarterback-receiver relationships are things that improve down the line. It's usually very hard for them to have great timing in these first couple of games. So it's good to see it happen for them on this drive to put them in a makeable third down conversion opportunity. 3rd and 2.
Big play. Grant. Oh, man, that's just all effort right there. That's a young man that wants a first down and do whatever it takes. He took a pop.
VP, there was 4 to 5 defenders there right at the point of contact, and he still powers through to move the chains. 1st and 10, Golden Hawks.
You know, you have that quintessential picture in your mind of the quote-unquote bowling ball running back, right? You get that picture of a guy that can just, run over guys. That's not the look that he has, but
right.
He does it.
But he does it.
Right.
Yes, he does.
Maybe like a bocce ball. Not a bowling ball, but
right.
A bocce ball still does the damage, but, man, he is very impressive. 6:40 remaining in the third. The Golden Hawks trying to make something happen. They are going right to the well with the senior running back, strong safety, Jason Grant. Grant's number has been called a bunch so far.
But the Independence Falcons have done a great job on him in the red zone, which has caused Santiago to have to make throws. So it's going to be key to see if he can get something done in the air.
Because, Kenny, here's a big call, 2nd and 8 right here. 2nd and 8 is – we've seen them before in the neighborhood where they had 3rd and 1 and it ended up being 4th and 12. So here's a big second down call here.
Great point, big bro.
Here they go. Strong left side out there.
Empty set for Santiago.
He's going to run. He's going to keep it. That's a beautiful call. And gets down to the 4-yard line. And that's just we said it, big 2nd and 8, and that's a perfect call.
And how about Coach Starrett playing chess, not checkers, emptying it out, empty set. You thinking, oh, they got to throw it. I just said it. Oh, they got to throw it. And they go quarterback power right underneath everything.
This summer, I played in a golf tournament, the Centennial Athletics golf tournament, to help the football team, but the golf program was involved, and it was your typical good, really good time with a bunch of guys. But Coach Starrett never stopped working. That guy was working the entire tournament. I said, hey, I told him, I said, ain't show business grand?
Man.
He said, man.
Right back to the QB tower.
So Santiago takes on the left side of that defensive wall.
Independence defense has played big in key moments all night. And they just brought in about 1,200 pounds from the sideline.
Oh, my gosh. So Coach Starrett bringing in the big boys. He brought in the offensive line for the Washington Redskins of 1978. Look at that line right there. And they give it to Grant. Grant's going to try to cut back up. Does he get in? He does. That's a great run. Touchdown, Golden Hawks.
Amazing job putting his foot in the ground, finding the hole and getting upfield. And Grant is having a phenomenal game offensively, but it doesn't happen without that offensive line in that Brinks truck that they just brought in.
Oh, we've got a Golden Hawk down. So amongst the celebration.
Oh, and it's
man.
Jet.
And it's Jason Grant.
Oh, it's Grant. It's Grant.
He's sitting up, and Coach Starrett is the first guy to go out there. Oh, they helped him up.
Coach Starrett, yeah. Coach Starrett definitely happy to see Grant get up, hoping that he just knocked the wind out of him because it looked like he went airborne a bit. And I got my binoculars out. He's walking pretty well, so it doesn't look to be anything from the lower extremities. Probably just a stinger. And like we said, this kid's a weight room rat. I'm pretty sure his body is built for it. So nonetheless, 15-13. Huge conversion miss by Independence. Makes this a field goal game if Centennial can convert on their PAT.
That's up, and that is perfect. So well done there by Maverick Moore.
That'll bring the score to 16-13. Golden Hawks.
And so, as you say, partner, now it's a three-point game. After all of that, the funkification of a 7-2 score and then some craziness as it goes, now it really gets to, you know, a regular old three-point game. 4:19 remaining.
And Grant appears to be okay on the sideline. He's getting rehydrated, possibly some cramps. It is very hot, even though it isn't as hot as it was earlier today.
How about this stud JV linebacker, Devin Ackerman, up here with his health food? Nice slushy, bro. He said, hey, man. Giving away my government and my diet. Hey, man. Love it. Well, there's the long kick. We got it back now, so he boots it again. So Maverick Moore was not pleased that the last time he was kicking off.
Right, because he had to tackle a guy. Like, oh, okay, that's why I need to kick it into the end zone.
That's a great point.
But, hey, this is a heck of a game, VP. 16-13. I thought it was going to be a tight contest, and this is kind of the score that I was expecting in this range. Not a whole lot of fantastic offense, some great defense being played out here.
Well, it's a really good game, and it all started today. The whole atmosphere, the whole vibe at Independence we had in the huddle here today, and then we want to thank everybody at Independence High School tonight for hosting us. Stan Green, the Director of School Support Services, all the district superintendents, our sponsors at Valley Strong Credit Union. They allow us to put on great events like this. Thank you so much, and we'll get to the administration in just a second. Right now, trailing by 3, 4:19 left in this third quarter. Gola, quick pitch out to the far side. It's taken out there by Corona. Corona brought down just inside the 30-yard line. Again, we want to thank the principal, Guillermo Alvarado, the assistant principal of instruction, Chris Suarez, the AP of administration, Jeremy Newfield, the athletics director, our good friend Derek LaRosa, the activities director, she's a superstar, Karen O'Mullen.
We need to message Derek and see if we can get us a runner up here for some vittles.
I offered you a very healthy energy bar. No, you want nachos or something. I know you, Kenny. All right, 2nd and 4. Toss out here, and it's complete. Big hit, but he hangs on to it. And again, that's Corona. So Corona, 2 passes in a row, and both times he took a big hit.
And that's Knight's intermediate offense for Independence to move the chains, but now we have.
It is. He did. No, that's not Corona. That's not the receiver.
No, that's Rao. One of their biggest weapons is definitely squirming in pain, and that's not a good look for Rao.
Well, they're doing the crampage.
Oh, okay. So it looks like it's just some cramping.
So we'll stay here for a second. If it looks like it's going to be a little bit longer, we'll go ahead and break, but we'll stay here for a minute. The score is 16-13. The Golden Hawks up 3. They play in the River League, that tough River League, and boy, it's making some news this season already. Liberty's playing great with their new head coach, Richie Bolin. You've got Chris Bandy and that Frontier machine that's traveling all over the Western Hemisphere to get ready for the season and the postseason. You've got Garces Memorial High School and new head coach Grant Campbell. And you've got Richard Starrett, or Starrett. I always call him Starrett,
Yep.
but I hear Starrett, but I know it's Starrett because
Starrett,
I was
Starrett.
working with him on a golf tournament, so Starrett. And the River League is just no joke, but they're 1-1, and you've got the Falcons in this Valley League at 2-0, so it's a big game. There's a lot of discussion points in this game. Stockton Mustangs struggle a little bit in this River League, but O'Reilly looks like he's going to be okay, but he's definitely being helped off of the field. All right. They're waiting for the trainer to jog off. Here we go. First and 10, ball's at their own 36-yard line. Gola, again, looks down the far side, has a man again, boom, connects. Will it be a touchdown? It will. Amir Smith.
And that was a nasty route that he put in and out. It was almost like a slant and go. He wiggled him, but that's a dart from Gola, and he's definitely impressive in the air. You wonder why he doesn't throw more.
Smith never had to break stride.
That was an amazing pass, put right on the mark. I'm impressed with Gola's arm.
19-16, what a pass. Amir Smith. For a second, I thought maybe they'll get him at the ankles. Gone. Look at this, Kenny.
Oh, we got going for two.
RJ's in the backfield behind him. Ricky Johnson, jersey 3.
Pistol spread formation.
Gola, pitch option, look out, in trouble, didn't work. And Centennial all over it, sniffs it out, sniffed that out big time.
And VP, I'm going to tell you why I don't like going for two right there. 21-16 doesn't do much for you. But 20-16 does a whole lot for you as an offense because you're up more than a field goal. Now a field goal ties the game. So that definitely was a decision that's a questionable decision from my standpoint offensively, because you worked so hard to get back up. You want to make sure that you're extending the game beyond one-score games, and now it's just a field goal.
Gola's having a private meeting with the quarterback, Gunter Gola, and Hayden Ackerman. They were having a quick discussion, and we take a look at it here.
But that's an amazing pass by Gunter Gola on that touchdown. Just phenomenal how he put it on him.
Another short kick, and look out. Oh, my goodness. Brady Prey, who has a touchdown catch already. A lot of weapons on that Golden Hawk squad.
Yeah, VP, this is my first time seeing Centennial, and I haven't seen film. I'm wondering what they have back there that's making Coach Gola take this approach from a field position perspective, because you're giving them half a field to work with every time with this squib kick. You might as well just kick it deep one time and put faith in your defense. Your defense has played pretty well. But I think you're doing them a disservice by the short kicks. And that's one he wish he could have back.
Too much on it to Howard. Second and 10. The ball's at their own 44-yard line. 2:42 remaining here in the third.
And, you know, some viewers may be saying, well, why would you kick it back there if you know you got amazing athletes back there to defend. Well, I seriously hope my kickoff team can keep people from getting to the 50-yard line every time. You have to give them an opportunity to try that, because just giving your team half a field to defend is setting them behind the bar against an offense that can move the football. Trips open set for Centennial.
Santiago, again, they go out to the left side. They find Myers. Myers breaks
And
one.
he's out of here.
Roland Myers to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Golden Hawks.
And that's why you don't keep squib kicking it.
And look at Coach Starrett. He is pumped.
That's exactly the point that I was trying to make prior to the snap. You have to make this team work 90, 80 yards to try to get to the end zone. The last few times they've taken the field, they're getting the ball at the 30-yard line to the 50-yard line because Independence doesn't have faith in their kick coverage team.
Broke a tackle at the 40 and was gone.
That was an amazing play. And you said that was Roland?
Yep.
This kid is having an amazing game.
It's up. We're going to take a break, step off the mics for just a quick brief break, grab a little water, and hydrate. We'll be back. What a game, 23-19. Centennial up over Independence. We'll be right back on the Kern High Network. What were you guys saying? Oh, the moon.
Oh, yeah, sing the moon. That's it.
I don't know if that was your brother or family member that caught that. That's nice. What's going on now?
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity.
Long kick into the end zone by Maverick Moore, and we've got us a barn burner here. 2:31 left in the third quarter. Crowds are getting into it. While we took a break, the band was not playing, and the crowds were going back and forth at each other, and that was great, man. They had their crowd cheers, "We can't hear you," and the other one was chirping back with their answer. So it's September football, Kenny.
And this is my favorite time of the year. Hands down. All right, Independence has done a phenomenal job opening up their offense after we saw them do a lot of option football. Gunnar Gola has put on a show with his arm. It's going to be up to these Centennial DBs to prove that they can keep guys in front of them. But again, it's a 4-point game now. Had they went for the PAT in Independence, it would be a field goal game, but they need a touchdown to go up.
Gola.
Uh-oh.
Corona, nice play. Some good downfield blocking there. Everybody did their job, and turns out to be another first down. That's a good play.
Yeah, Coach Gola does do a nice job finding ways to get his key guys the ball where they need it to be successful.
I thought he got out there.
Second and short. They're in a quad set. Oh, and they go option opposite.
Centennial, misses the tackle, and that might be enough to get him the first down. So a missed tackle out there by Braxton Hardy, and they're going to move the chains.
Yeah, amazing job by Coach Gola in his chess game, going opposite the strength. You load the field to the wide side, and you go backside. That's the chess match that you have. You have to do things unconventionally in moments.
Smart play. 2:17 because he went out of bounds. So quarterback Gunter Gola taking a look.
They found something they like by spreading these guys out. Empty set for the Falcons. Shovel pass.
Inside shovel pass.
Oh!
Man. Ja'Kai Irvin got popped, and that is fortunate that ball didn't pop out. So Coach Gola having a word with his son quarterback, which he was son first.
Amazing play by the linebacker, Jaden Hernandez. Because that was a nice call with the shovel off the option look, trying to catch him sleeping. They are wide awake inside for the Golden Hawks. 2nd and 8. Trips open set for Gunnagola. He's looked fantastic. 2 deep safety look for the Golden Hawks.
Rolls to his right, has a man, throws, fires, and it's out of bounds and caught, bobbled by Coach Sterrett.
Coach Sterrett is hype out there, too. He has his coaching staff trying to keep his guys' energy level up defensively, because if you get this stop right here, this can be a game changer. 3rd and 9 for Indy on their 34-yard line.
Clock stops, 91 seconds left here in the 3rd. Don't forget, it's a 4-point differential. Gola stands at his 30, takes the snap, rolls right, comes back, throws left, broken tackle.
Oh.
Heads up, everybody, it's RJ, Ricky Johnson, and he's getting to the 35-yard line with a couple of nifty moves and a stiff arm, and here come the Falcons.
We talked about Coach Gola's creativity and getting his chess match going. That was another amazing play where you get the flow going right and you throw the quick screen backwards or back to the opposite side. You got to make that tackle. If you're Centennial, you don't, and it's a first down. Huge first down. 23-19, 106 to play in the 3rd quarter. Trips open set for the Falcons.
Quick toss out to the left side, caught, and nice job there by Braxton Hardy to make a quick tackle. That could have been even more damaging. We're under a minute now.
Yeah, we already know what Mark Gonzalez can do once he gets the ball in his hand. But as that 43 seconds ticks, I have another score update from Stockdale Mustangs versus the Drillers, and the Drillers are up 42-0. Running clock, and they still haven't been scored on this season.
Wow. That's a storyline that is finally going to get unearthed. Oh, my goodness, and that was almost picked by Isaiah Edwards, the big tight end. He's a tall guy. With his cleats on, he may be the tallest one out there, and he almost had that one.
Yeah, we've praised Gunner's arm in this second half, and he almost blew the game with that pass right there. That brings up 3rd and 3. Pistol formation, trips open set for the Falcons and Gola.
Nice move, shifty move, got a big ooh and ah from the crowd, and it also picked up a nice first down. So Mark Gonzalez, boy, he's a player, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and he's creeping up on that player of the game we always talk about. I'm definitely letting you pick this week.
What are you talking about?
Well, we're not even going to talk about who got last week's player of the game. Somebody who didn't run 90-yard touchdown.
Yeah, but that cat, no, from that perspective.
But he did have 100 yards.
From that perspective, right. There's
right.
Nothing there. So, as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, it's 23-19. Centennial's up, but Independence is on the march. Don't go anywhere, everybody. The Current Night Network's got a doozy for you. Back right after this.
We all come from different backgrounds and practice different traditions, but we belong to one humanity. At Valley Strong Credit Union, we care deeply about the communities where we live and serve. That's why over the past 80 years, we've donated and invested millions of dollars into various partnerships, nonprofits, and businesses in Kern County. And as we continue to grow, we remain rooted here in our community. Valley Strong. Grow your possibilities.
Flush? You do a citrus flush with Ava. We are back, and we're excited. This is nice. This is fun. The last 12 minutes of this Friday night game here at Independence. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Kenny Calvin, and we are watching Ricky Johnson go to work, but there's a flag there, and when they reverse direction, it's almost always a hold.
Nice run there by number 3.
We don't know for a fact, but
got some flags on the field.
let me ask you a question, serious question. I need one serious answer. And Julian, you can weigh on this as well. How do these bugs taste to you guys tonight? Are they tasting pretty good?
You know, it's nice protein.
It's good protein.
Protein.
I just want a serious answer because I mean, some are good, some aren't. I mean, one of those big beetles, nah, no thanks.
Tastes like the scorpions I had over there at Pismo Beach.
Julie said it tastes like dirt. Oh, well, I got my answers. These lights are right above us,
Looks like that's a holding call.
and these bugs love them.
Ball will be coming back.
And we are in the breadbasket of the world, surrounded by farmland, north, south, east, and west. How do you like that? How do you like them oranges? So, the penalty, Kenny, is on Centennial.
Wow.
We thought for sure, and I assumed incorrectly, that when they switch those directions that it's always somebody on the offensive line that's trying to catch a DB or somebody go in the opposite direction, but it was actually on Centennial. So now,
There was also a personal foul.
oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Wow.
We're finally.
Bonehead play.
Hey, look, everybody. We're not guessing out here. We just didn't get all the information. Never knew there was a second infraction. The second infraction was a personal foul on Centennial. So now it's 2nd and 5 from the 9-yard line. So they can still pick up a first here. Gola throws low. Oh, nice pitch and catch there. Puts it in Angel Corona's hands. And that's 1st and goal.
Angel Corona
from the 2. So the third quarter ended 23-19. We're starting this fourth quarter with what seems like an imminent score, but we don't know, not yet.
It'll be 1st and goal for the Falcons.
For a second, I thought Gola was going to go behind center. He does not. Stays in the gun. Ricky Johnson right behind him.
They go back to that option.
And Centennial waiting for it again. Nothing doing. That's just the outside speed of that defense out there is something special, huh?
Right, and I'm going to tell you what I don't like about the option. I don't like pitch option inside the 5-yard line because what people don't realize, running the football is usually safe, right? Not when it's option football because you're putting the ball in play in traffic in a condensed area. You got 22 bodies within a 5-yard space. That gets dangerous with pitch relation. Second and goal.
Gola flushed out of the pocket, looks, running to his right. Will he let it go? Will he let it go? He does. It's a touchdown. It's fantastic. What a catch by Angel Corona. He came back, and he got right to the pylon where there was just nobody, like almost boxing everybody out in basketball. It's me and you, and Gola put it right on the money, Independence.
That was an NFL Sunday, big-time Saturday college football throw right there by Gunner because he was being chased by about 8 defenders, rolling right, and you get your receiver to come back, and you got to throw it to that pylon where only he can get it. Amazing pass by Independence, and we got an amazing game out here in the Southwest. Wow. 25-23.
Wow.
And again, they're going for 2. So you got to wonder, we haven't seen their kicker out all night. They may have an issue with the kicking game, because otherwise I think you just go ahead and kick in the PAT here.
Possibly. Quick inside pitch, cuts up, and they
that's
get
good.
it.
Huge.
Smith.
But again, that just makes it a 4-point game, which is huge. And I guess that's why you do it, because now that field goal doesn't tie the game. This is an amazing game, but it's going to be up to the Independence defense to see what they can do. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do with this kickoff, as they've squibbed it all night and given Centennial some amazing field position. If I'm on the coaching staff, I'm begging Coach Gola to give our defense one opportunity to see if we can stop these guys without giving them a half a field. Oh, and they go with the onside. And they're offsides.
Big hit, but they were offsides on the kick, so now they'll have to back it up 5 yards. And more than anything, that frustrates the head coach, because you try to do something a little bit unorthodox, and
He was going for the jugular right there.
something. But now the disguise is off.
False start on the Falcons.
You know, so, again, they haven't kicked any PATs. They've squib kicked it all night. Maybe their kicker doesn't have the leg, and that's why they're going with the short game. And I understand the strategy. It's just something that I don't agree with when you have an offense that can move the ball pretty well in Centennial. Last thing I want to do for an offense that can move the ball is give them half a field to work with. That's just my opinion. And that's a nice, good, deep kick.
Taken at the 14-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 from about the 33-yard line. So for those of you that might have been watching some other game on some other deal, welcome. I'm Vance Palm, joined by Kenny Calvin and Julian Wilson. We're with the Current High Network, and we've got a great one here. We're in the 4th quarter. 10 minutes and 20 seconds remain. Independence up 27-23 over the visiting Centennial Golden Hawks, and it's just been a wowzer of a second half. The first half finished, 7-2, or was it something crazy like that?
Short gain to the right side. Great defense by Independence. The defense of Independence started off very well in the first quarter and played a phenomenal first half of football. Since that second quarter, they've got loosened up a bit. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can stand firm and force a punt on this drive.
Ricky Johnson coming off tender-footed.
Yeah, Ricky's having a phenomenal game, too.
So Santiago puts 3 over here on the left side of the offense, the right of your screen. Right up the middle of the field. Wow, what a strong run again by Grant. So Grant gets within 2 yards of a first down, and the clock is now under 10.
I mean, we don't have our main man Steve Lynch here for stats, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I think Grant probably has about 130 yards rushing right now, with 9 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Little check with me for Santiago. Shotgun double set, pistol formation. But look how tight the DBs are playing.
They go up the middle with it again. Grant breaks another tackle. Look at this young man go. You can't tell me that young man doesn't want the Current High Network Player of the Game t-shirt.
Oh, my goodness. This kid is running through everything. And what makes his runs even more special is he's getting contact at the line of scrimmage, and he's taking guys with him.
That is some tough running there inside Falcon territory, shaping up to be quite the last 8.5 minutes.
This is a phenomenal game right now. Both teams playing very well. I'm very impressed with both staffs in certain ways. Right now you got trips open set. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks.
Grant to the outside, makes a cut upfield, and a touchdown saving hit out there by Ja'Kai Irvin. And tell you what, Irvin doesn't make that hit.
And again, that was 1st and 10. He rambles off for 13. We talked about him averaging 4 yards a carry in the first quarter. He's done nothing but get better. And there goes Johnson.
Here he comes. Okay, we've both seen Johnson come on the field now after being at the training table, right? We've got an eyeball on that one.
Oh, and they got 12 on the field. They didn't get him off the field.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's still a tough call for me to stomach sometimes. I'm not talking about the officials.
Right.
They made the right call, but I think when you got a guy sprinting off the field and he's a foot away, I mean, they've got to make the call. They have to make the call, I understand. But, I mean, it's, the intent of it all.
Well, in VP, now it looks like we're correcting ourselves because they called offsides. It may have been someone else offsides, and he gave that lineman the benefit of the doubt, so kudos to that official.
Okay, got it.
And I love the crowd interaction right now. We got the phone light battles going on right now. This is beautiful, man. This is a beautiful crowd out here at Independence High School.
Quick toss out to the left side.
Ooh,
and
amazing
it's
move.
Myers makes a couple of big-time moves and gets up to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Independence 13-yard line.
Yeah, this offense has done a great job throughout being balanced and spreading it out. But that number 7 is showing out. Roland Myers is balling. 1st and 10, 6:57 to play, Kern High Network. Trips open set, pistol formation.
Oh my gosh, what a dazzling, strong run by Jason Grant. Wow, that was beautiful. Touchdown, Centennial. Goodness.
VP, I know sometimes we have games and contests, and I'll get messages and friends and people will be like, hey, man, you got to shout my kid out. Hey, man, your kid got to make some plays. And Jason, the reason why you're hearing Grant's name all night is because the kid is making play after play. And that was just parted like the Red Sea for a touchdown for the Golden Hawks. And we got a battle on our hands.
The place, the hold, the kick, it's up, and it is good. And all of a sudden, we're creeping up on instant classic.
Falcons 27.
Creeping up on instant classic. So if you're just getting with us on the Kern High Network, 57 points have been scored, and there was only 9 of them at the end of the half. So this second half, both coaches and their offensive brilliance have come up with some game plans of how to strike and get some scores.
You know, I mean, and it's definitely a higher score than we expect. It was 7-2 in the first quarter.
7-2 at the half. And again, long kick by Moore.
No return on the
I gotta go ahead and give kudos to Maverick Moore because this kid is having a phenomenal game from a kickoff perspective. We saw what happens when he doesn't get it to the end zone. The one time he didn't get it to the end zone, it was a 42-yard return by Rao. Every other kick has hit the end zone for a touchback. And that's why this team is up 3 points, because they're keeping the special teams of Independence from making big plays. Kudos to Maverick Moore. I said my 5 hardest positions. I'm going to give those in a sec. We're going to talk about that.
Gola at the 16-yard line fires one. Ooh, dangerous pass. He was looking for his touchdown catcher, Angel Corona. That was in traffic, low enough and hard enough that nothing happened.
Absolutely. Gola's having a nice game. This is going to be a good test for his maturity level to see if he can manage a drive from his 20-yard line, 80 yards, to put his team in a position to score.
Big drive right here.
Trips open set. Pistol formation for the Falcons. 2 deep safety look for the Golden Hawks.
2nd and 10. Gola looks left, continues to keep looking left, runs, got to throw across the body. Now he's looking, thinks he has a man, decides he's going to take a long look and fire it downfield, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Luke Camps. So Gola was running left, then back right, then took up a ton of real estate here and threw into a ton of bodies.
Yeah, and I know what he wanted to do. He just didn't have the arm strength to get it done. He's rolling right after running a 100-meter dash from sideline to sideline, and his receiver is telling him, hey, throw it long. Sadly, you don't have enough arm strength to make a 60-yard throw after running 100 yards.
Well, a very poignant moment. He walked off the sidelines, and his head coach, Dad, just gave him a low 5, said, hey, give me some.
Yeah, because he's playing a phenomenal game, and you got to take those shots.
Game's not over. We do have an Independence Falcon down. Looks like more of that late summer crampage going on. 30-27.
Huge play by the Golden Hawks defense when they needed it most.
And good to see that Amir Smith is okay.
Right. So while we have a quick break, I was talking about my 5 hardest positions. Most people say quarterback. I don't say that. I say kicker first, because none of us can go out there and kick. We'll get to the other 4 later.
3 out to the right. And what are these guys
getting? They're
going to stay on the ground. Look
out.
Look out.
Oh, my goodness.
Jason Grant, will he get there? He does.
Touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Oh, he's out.
No,
he's going to call him out at the 2-yard line.
He looked over at the official and said he's in.
Oh, he's in.
Yes,
okay,
touchdown.
So he's in. Touchdown. Wow.
The line judge was running, and the back judge looked at him. He pointed to it, and he said touchdown. So one quick strike, boom. What do they do right at the middle with Jason Grant?
And Jason Grant might be up over 200 yards right now. I'm going to just go ahead and throw that out there. That was an amazing run by Grant. And again, the first guy to get to him hasn't tackled him all night. Let's just go ahead and say that. I haven't seen him be tackled by the first guy to get to him all night.
Kick is up, and it's good.
And extra point by number 42 is good.
Wow.
Continue with your next 4 toughest
So,
positions.
Everybody always say, hey, quarterback's hardest position to play. Quarterback is a very hard position to play, and it's in the top 5, of course. But to go out and kick field goals, 50 yards, with consistency, pressure, even punting. We used to always act like we wanted to punt at practice. Coach, let me try.
Till you pull a hamstring.
Yeah, you're kicking them out of bounds, 10 yards. Kicking is the hardest position in football. I'm going to go ahead and say second, I'm going to go ahead and say the quarterback position, because you have to read so much.
Okay.
You have to read so much. Third is corner, because I will take any person over here that's never played the game and say, I'm going to put you at corner. I need you to stop this guy. I guarantee you he's not going to be able to stop anyone.
Okay,
it takes years to master the island. Fourth position, I'm going to go ahead and say free safety, because the free safety is the quarterback of the defense. He has to read things from a coverage perspective, and he's also reading guard and tackle to know whether it's run or pass and how to react. And that's one of the hardest things I ever had to do was learn how to read, guard, and tackle hats to know whether it's pass or run.
Right. What's the
in a split second?
What are they giving away? All right. In the fifth position?
Fifth position is going to be your center because your center has to identify fronts for the defense and communicate it to the quarterback. And that's why I don't say quarterback is the hardest position because the center is telling him everything that he has to do before the ball is even snapped.
I love it, KC. Love it. Thank you. Look out.
Oh.
Doesn't even know it was coming. Ay, ay, ay. It was intended out there for Mark Gonzalez, and the speedy Mark Gonzalez did not know the ball was coming his way.
Yeah, that could have been a disaster as well because the DB is seeing it and reading it. That's almost another interception to the house. But, hey, it's panic time now here with 6:07 to play, and you're down 10 because you have to have a score on this drive to have an opportunity if you're the Falcons.
Crowd fired up. Quick play out there. Oh, a nice move. Bought him some space, and he gets up to the 29-yard line, so that's Corona.
Corona's having a phenomenal game as well.
Sure is.
I mean, if you would have told me that we were going to get 60, 70 points out of this game tonight, I would have said no way. But both offenses found a way to find some rhythm. But it's that huge interception may be the difference in their last drive if we can't get points out of Falcons right now. Trips open set for Gunnar Gold.
Under 6 to go here in the game. 1st and 10. Gola looks left, fires. Caught, one move. Can he get away? He cannot. Nice job out there. Some really good perimeter coverage out there by Ricky Johnson. By Roderick Hodges.
And the tough thing about that play, VP, is you're throwing that 30 yards from the hash all the way to the numbers on the opposite side. That gives the DBs the opportunity to rally up.
I remember they used to talk about Jeff George, the great Atlanta Falcons quarterback and Colts quarterback, that they said that's where he would trick us. He had his arm was so strong he could throw from hash to hash, and we always thought we had a beat on it. Next thing you know, they're gone for a touchdown. Gola's in trouble. Stiff arms, gets out of trouble. Flag on this play, so keep that in mind. There's a flag on the play. That's a first down there, but let's see. Official is right on top of it. Let's see what the call is going to be. Holding Falcons, and the Boo Birds are out for the fans.
Gola has done a fantastic job extending plays. They finally get caught. And usually, as quarterbacks change directions, even running backs or receivers, if you get in a reverse, you're usually going to have a lineman holding because he's not looking behind him. He's looking forward, and he's blocking. Once that defender changes directions, he's holding them, trying to keep them from going the opposite direction because the quarterback rotated right. Nonetheless, 2nd and a long 15.
Ten-point lead for the Golden Hawks. Gola on the run again. Fires. This time it's picked off.
Oh, my goodness, by the big man.
Defense. And the big fella got it. I don't think Gola saw him, threw it right into his arms. And how about this? Aiden Mendoza.
That's Aiden Mendoza.
And that may be the dagger. We'll see. We do have a Falcon down on the field.
And Gunner, I hope he doesn't leave this game hanging his head because he did some things he can be proud of. Unfortunately, once you're under the gun, or behind the gun, I should say, down 10 with 5 minutes left, you got to start taking chances, and those chances turned out to go against him.
We have a Falcon down. We'll take a short break, Julian. Probably our last one for the night. Don't know that we'll take another one, so we'll take one now. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. He's up. Good to hear. Good reason not to take a break.
Good job, big man.
So Jay Bates is back up, so we'll stay here. I don't like to make Julian mad, so I want to make sure. Did he even hear me? Did he even hear me say we're going to go to break? 37-27, 10-point lead, but boy, the big interception from Aiden Mendoza. And so now you've got Jet Santiago with Jason Grant behind him. It could be a steady dose of that for the next 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
I can't wait to see his end of the game numbers because I want to say he's upward of 20 carries and over 200 yards with 2 touchdowns. Even though it's been a balanced team effort, he hasn't had to be the guy the whole time. He's just done such a great job with his opportunities. And now you got the clock just chopping, and it's pretty much smoking the city on the southwest. I'm going to go ahead and for the Golden Hawks now. Grant cuts it upfield. It's going to be tackled after about a 5-yard gain.
Julian, whatever you do not lose that audio. Whatever you do not lose that audio. Hold it, clip it, file it.
I mean, how about this offensive line of the Golden Hawks? And we love to give our kudos to our big guys in the trenches, man.
Nathan Poon, 54.
Man, Poon been putting in work.
At left tackle, 77, I think it's Justin Saxton. Is that 77 or 73?
Yep.
Either way, Jaden Chavez. All those big numbers, big guys.
Major love for my guys in the trenches, man. My offensive line, you know, always been some of my favorite guys. I always made sure to give my offensive line guys they love because they never get their name called during contests like us edge guys and us little guys, specialty guys. We all walking around like we the man when it all started in the trenches.
Timeout is taken with 2:40 remaining. And the Centennial Golden Hawks, if they hang on, they're going to go to 2-1, and the Falcons will go to 2-1 in a game that has been a spectacular game to watch and call.
Absolutely. I mean, not a lot of games tonight because we had some last night. I'm hoping somebody else send me some scores. All y'all got my number. Only score I got is the one I got to keep saying, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. Drillers 49-0 over the Mustangs. 3 weeks straight shutouts.
Yeah, that defense for the Drillers is something that's certainly going to be talked about a lot. You know, of course, being talked about with their offense, no doubt about it. But now everybody's packed in tight here. Are we getting ready to go? They give it the green light. It looked like not everybody was ready to go, but the snap happened. And that's a first down. So it'll be first and goal from
Jaden Hernandez on the carry. Tackled by number 22.
I thought they gave him the first. They did. Okay, sorry. They didn't move the down marker number. So now it's first and goal from the 8. And the clock is continuing to tick. You wonder if Coach Sterrett will just wait to the end of every clock count and go ahead and run a play. How about the other night? Boston College up on Florida State, and the NFL experienced coaches of Boston College just said, take a knee. Just take a knee, and the Seminoles had to deal with it. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Awfully close. Grant to the 1-yard line. And I think they have to run a play. It's 155, 154 and counting. So.
Yeah, you had to go ahead and throw that out there. Bill O'Brien beat up on my nose, man.
Dude, and they could have had
with
more.
Class.
Yeah,
with class. He did it with class.
Right.
Bring up second and goal for the Hawks.
The wind, the breeze starting to come in here now that we're done. 90 seconds left, Kenny, and I think we can go ahead and start the conversation. I would think that our director would jump on board and go with us. Oh, he's going to say no, and it's not. But well, he and I are voting for Jason Grant as player of the game. What do you think, Julian? Oh,
he still got bugs in his mouth.
He's got bugs in his mouth, so he's going to hold up. Last time out here, and I think Coach Sterrett's just, saying, hey, look, let's let the clock run down. Don't really need the score, obviously, but they're going to take it here. And may take a knee, Coach. They may take a knee at the 1-yard line. Your thoughts on this? This is interesting. I get your opinion.
Well, like we said, we didn't come out here expecting to talk a lot about Independence's defense. They played very well through the first half. Unfortunately, it was because Centennial wasn't finishing drives. And we talked about that. Once Centennial, who were able to move the ball very well and not score, could finish drives, they may open this game up. That's exactly what happened as you continue to squib kick to one of the most high-octane offenses. That perplexed me, and it put Independence in a very bad spot.
They try to jam it in, and I think they get it. They have to. There's nobody left on that side of the end zone.
And that is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Centennial Golden Hawks and Jet Santiago, who's also had a really nice night. Coach just said, all right, you finish it, QB, and knock it in there.
Amazing job by Coach Sterrett and the Centennial Golden Hawks. I owe my wife a back rub since they won tonight.
Okay, now.
We bet back rubs. I owe her a back rub tonight.
Kenny, you owe her a back rub for the last 25 years.
I do, man. She's amazing.
We're talking about a superstar wife right there, a superstar wife.
Well, you know, Centennial did a great job opening it up in this fourth quarter after a couple turnovers. But I definitely want to give kudos to Coach Gola in Independence because they did a fantastic job finding ways to cater to what they do well offensively. They ran option early, and then they gave Gunner the opportunity to highlight his arm, and he made some phenomenal throws to put them up and give them an opportunity to win. Unfortunately, Centennial continued to be hungry and capitalized on some turnovers that changed the game.
44-27, but it's been awfully close all night long. It's just one of those games where the last 6 minutes has turned into a score that looks a little more lopsided than this game really was. So,
and that hurts the worst for the young guys because you look up at the scoreboard, you're like, dang, man, we got thumped. Well, not really, man. You guys played a great game, and then you take some extra hard shots at the end to try to get back in, and it just doesn't work out. But a lot of positive things for Coach Gola and the Falcons to look forward to as they move towards league play in a couple of weeks. I mean, and that's funny to even say. We're done with the third week of the season already.
Well, and some lessons were learned tonight. No question that some lessons were learned on both sides of the ball. Centennial learned some lessons. I know Independence did. So Gola back in there. What can they do? Quick pitch out to the right side. Angel Corona. Corona cuts back up. Can't get out of bounds. Or can he?
Oh,
the extra effort. Did he get out? No, the clock's still rolling.
Yeah, the clock should still roll because he's tackled. Oh, and they stopped a little home cookie. Yeah, they wanted it. Because anytime you're tackled with your momentum going backwards, the clock should stop even if you're going out of bounds.
The band's still rolling. Cheerleader's still doing it. Gola, they stay on the ground. Nice run there up to about the 35-yard line, but I think that's going to pretty much wrap things up here. So our Current High Network player of the game.
Wow.
We will get a T-shirt to Centennial High School. We'll get it there via Javier Valdez, our operating manager. He'll get out to Centennial and make sure that Jason Grant gets that Current High Network player of the game. His dad can tell him tonight when the game's over. Kenny, your final thoughts before we wrap it up?
I'm very impressed with both teams. Being that I hadn't seen them, I was very impressed with both of them offensively. More impressed with Centennial's will to win in that ground game, offensive line, and Jason Grant.
Wonderful game to call. A ton of excitement. One of the better games so far of this season as we see head coach Paul Gola go over and shake Richie Sterrett's hand. Said, appreciate that. Good game, fellas. And that's a big win for Coach Sterrett. He's obviously going to take a lot away from this and feel great about it. And his coaching staff and the other coaching staff really very appreciative of each other, and there's a big, big win. He'll go over and talk to Ron Stapp, and he'll also get some television time. That's a wrap. On behalf of Stan Green, the Kern High School District, our director, Julian Wilson, my partner, the BC Renegade Hall of Famer, my name is Vance Palm. We hope you enjoy the first full weekend of NFL. We hope you enjoy BC Renegades football if you make it up there tomorrow night. And we certainly hope you enjoyed a full day on the Kern High Network in the huddle and tonight on the field. Have a wonderful weekend. Centennial wins. Good night. God bless.